I actually wanted your take on this because obviously the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl means that we're going to get coverage with Taylor Swift. And something happened in that Chiefs Ravens game that made me now. I would like to present my case, Casino, as I'm calling it, in defense of Taylor Swift. Okay. So, in defense of Taylor Swift, this is much like my opinion of the Barbie movie, right? Where I went and saw the Barbie movie and I was like, that was fine. And then I forgot about it, right? Like it was just another movie I've seen and it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, for those of you who
right?
don't know, like he's a movie fiend. Like he watches. Yeah,
I mean, look behind me.
sometimes it's just another movie for him. Like there's never been
Yeah.
a movie where I'm like, hey, I'm sure you haven't seen this, and he was like, yeah, you're right, I haven't. It's always been, oh yeah, no, I've seen it. He's
Yeah.
literally all of his downtime is watching movies.
I also just watched a movie on Netflix. Oh, I can't remember it, but it's like a Clint Eastwood.
There you go. It's
movie.
exactly
really
you
good.
to the
Yeah.
point. To the
But
point.
that one was good.
You watch and you forget it.
But no, so for the Barbie movie, again, saw it, didn't think much of it, like whatever. But you know what was great about the Barbie movie and why it was one of the best movies of last year? Because every single person I know went and saw the Barbie movie and wanted to talk about the Barbie movie, right? Every single person who I have never talked to about going to the movies went to the movies, bought popcorn, went with their friends, made it an event, and went and saw Barbie. So as someone like you just said, as someone who loves movies, I love the Barbie movie because it brought everybody to the place I love. And now all of a sudden, everybody I know is wanting to talk about movies. Okay. So now,
Good take.
in comparison to Taylor Swift, every single person I know wants to talk about football and wants to talk about the Chiefs because they know Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. So then all of a sudden, my dad, who rarely follows the NFL, he claims to be a Raiders fan, but he never watches it, just likes the Raiders because he was raised in LA when they were there, right? So he loves the Raiders, never wants to talk to me about football. All of a sudden, he's messaging me about Travis Kelce's podcast. What do you think of Taylor Swift's boyfriend? Like all these things, right? My wife, shout out to her. She's been on an episode before. She's now like, what's going on with Taylor Swift? Why does everybody, the NFL, it's everybody in my life now has an opinion about Taylor Swift and the NFL and Travis Kelce, which again, there was just a report that got released where Taylor Swift, her just being on telecast, granted the NFL $330+ million in just revenue, right? Which is fucking crazy because you look at how much she is on the screen, and I think it was Cowherd who did this like breakdown, or I watched a clip where he was breaking down some article or whatever, where it was like every game Taylor Swift is at, she's literally on the screen for less than a minute total the entire game, right? And in defense of Taylor Swift, the last game where it was at Baltimore, the camera for CBS was stationed on her for what felt like way too long in one single shot. And she's clearly watching the screen, and you see her just go, please go away. Like, you see her just like completely just like, like, I'm also sick of this. I'm the person you keep showing, and I'm the one telling you stop
but
showing.
It's never gonna stop. You are a super icon in the not just the States, the world. Like you are a major icon. If you didn't want people involved in your personal life, stop. And this is not me trying to hate on Taylor at all. I got my take on this as well. So I'll just get into that. But you're dating a superstar player that was already very well known and very well liked in professional sports. And then you as a mega star, not even a pop star, a mega star, you guys are now dating. Of course, people are going to be trying to get as much video of you as possible. So I understand she's trying to be there and just watch the game, but you're not a normal person anymore. You're not. It isn't. You're not, and that's just the shitty thing about it. So, but I do understand her frustration. I totally get it. And my wife it's been trying to like play devil's advocate and like nag with me, and it's been fun. Where she's like, all these sports fans, all these football fans are hating on Taylor Swift, and they're just upset because they're not focusing on their football and all this stuff, and they're just haters. And I was like, I get your point, but more my frustration was it really felt like the NFL was gonna do whatever they can to keep the Chiefs going, and that was where my issue was, so they can continue to make money. I could give two shits about their relationship. Cool, megastar with a super talented athlete, fine, whatever. I don't care. It is cool. It's cool for them. They're happy. They're enjoying it. Yes, the TV is going to be on you constantly, but where I feel like a lot of people's frustrations coming from isn't so much with Taylor Swift. They just don't know how to direct it. I think it's where they're more upset with the fact that with her being around, the NFL is helping out a certain team, or at least it appears that way. And we talked about that whole thing when they made it her the cover photo of the NFL page and all of that. They're gonna drool over this. Like I said, though, this last game, I didn't feel like the refs were on either side. I thought they handled it very well. That was just the downfall of the Ravens. But they're just drooling over this. They're so excited. They're so excited for this to happen. And oh man, we'll talk about our picks, and I got a whole story about that another time, and blah blah blah. But that my take on it is like I don't feel sorry for Taylor Swift. I don't feel sorry for Travis Kelce. You are who you are. You have to know that comes with the territory, and you're lucky there's people that are not sneaking into that damn
press box or whatever. Yeah,
like. Or literally just somebody in the crowd just turn with a video on you the entire time, not watching the football game. Like, they could be so much worse. So just be okay with, you have these, my wife, she goes, the CBS and the Fox and everybody that, they're going out of their way to, video Taylor Swift. And I was like, yeah, but how much do you think the NFL is also like, hey, do this. It's going to make us both profitable. That's how my thought is. She was like, it's not has anything to do with football. It's just these sites for their ratings. And I was like, yes, but I'm sure NFL is getting a piece of the pie as well. Everybody's going to profit off
330 million plus.
Exactly. Everybody's profiting on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's money, money, money. This is best case scenario. Two shits on who came out of the NFC. This is best case scenario for NFL, for CBS, because they're going to be broadcasting the Super Bowl. They're going to make so much money off of this Super Bowl. And I guarantee you, I'm sure it's already out, prop bets on how much screen time Taylor Swift's going to get. Blah, blah, blah. Is she going to show up in the halftime show? How wild would that be?
On screen time, take the under. She's on screen much less than you think she is. Take the under.
So, but it's wild. So that's my take on all of that. I have nothing against Travis, nothing against Taylor. I know we've done our hater raid on that stuff. But when it really comes down to it, I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated that the NFL is doing what they can discreetly to try to profit off of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's annoying.
Well, ironically,
they're not taking anything away from the game from me. They're not. No. 5 seconds on Taylor Swift in the game. I don't give a shit. Cool. Show that. It's in between plays. Show the next play. If I see the plays, I'm all for that. So I don't care.
Well,
you show the outside of the stadium for all I care.
I feel like the only downside to this football wise is it takes the spotlight off how good of a player Travis Kelce is. Like, I mean, he's in contention for, in the top 5 of tight ends ever. And I feel like now he's kind of just associated as like, oh, that football player dating the mega pop star, instead of like, a Hall of Fame, one of the best to ever do it at his position, who is also
true.
dating a mega pop star. So, but
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
I totally agree. Like he's arguably in contention for top 5. I mean, there's only 2 that I could say I know are in the top 5, and which would be Gronk and oh my gosh, why am I totally blanking on his name? Gonzalez.
oh yeah. See, I think I would take Prime Kelsey over Prime Gonzalez. I think
That's
Kelsey
fair,
to
and that's
me
totally a good
is
argument,
2. Yeah, because obviously Gronk's 1. I think Kelsey's 2.
dude. If Gronk didn't turn into a cyborg because of all the surgeries he had to have, I mean, maybe that helped them. I don't know. The dude walks around and you just hear him go. Like,
But yeah, so in defense of Taylor Swift, she made a shitload of money for the NFL. She probably made a shitload of money for herself, which good on both sides. But then the third thing
yeah, so
is
you
I'm
can't
glad
you
her
can't be
presence.
upset that people are gonna video you at a game. Like
Yeah.
like you're making money off of it. Shut up. That
However,
frustrates
the
me.
one game she did not show up to was Monday night Eagles Chiefs. And I really think the conspiracy theorist in me is just because I know she's an Eagles fan because she wore Eagles jerseys on stage before all this
Mhm.
Travis Kelce stuff happened. And I really think she didn't go to that game because she didn't want to wear a Chiefs jersey when they were playing her team, which in my eyes gives her all of my respect because that is such a sports fan move that I respect her more because of that. So, and you know what? If my I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but if my wife turns it on in the car, I'm not changing the dial. That's all I'm saying, Casino. The dial is staying. Oh, the only dial I'm cranking up is the volume.
Shake it up.
You know?
Shake it up. Woo, woo.